Hey everyone, it's Brandy and you're watching Abstract Crafter, and this is the third and final part in the Get Ready to Drill with Me. Maybe volume 1 if you guys like this. We can certainly try it again in the future. I don't have much in the way of kits coming though, so if you haven't watched the first two parts, they'll be linked in the eye for your convenience. And a quick rundown is we've been busy making labels for my drills. I just wanted to say that I don't do this with every project. If they come with an inventory sheet, I'll make copies and chop them up. If they are smaller, I'll do this more. If it's a really simple key, like, for example, let's say it's 10 colors and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, A, B, C, D, or whatever. That was more than 10, but you get my idea. And say A is a blue. I'll write just the letter. I'll do this, but then this will just be an A in the letter in the color blue. So sometimes I make it a lot more simple. Sometimes I like to have fun with it. This is something that I do to relax. It's not really something that I'm even suggesting other people do. I just thought it might be fun to switch it up a little and watch me get ready to drill as a little bit of something different. So for the sake of time, I did go ahead and label all the lids, and I only put this part on here because I'll cut a number off of one of the bags and put it beside it. It's just, I don't know. It probably would have been faster just to write them out, but I'm trying to save labels. And then I think I told you I picked up these ones, and the next video that's going up is going to be an unboxing, and you're going to be happy to know that it's a positive one. So, I'm not always negative, guys. But the big color in that unboxing had 73 bags, and it fit perfectly inside of this 5.5 ounce cup. So, and there's still a little bit of room to go, so I'm guessing it's going to hold somewhere around 80 bags, give or take. Hopefully I'll be able to try that out sometime, but I don't know, maybe not. I'm kind of hoping this is the last project that I'll use these cups on, because it does take up a lot of space and it's inconvenient. It's, you know, I pack them in these shoebox totes, so it's not always the best. So the first number we're going to start out with is 310, and I do have a little tag, and I chose this particular tag. It's called the So Very Thankful YouTube tag. And I picked this one because I actually do a gratitude journal. It's something I learned in therapy to kind of help when I'm having my really tough days, as something to look back on and have, you know, a reminder of what's good in life. And I wanted to check because I got to see where my center is, so. Oh, that was annoying. So that's okay. So then I do have some dryer sheets off to the side if they are staticky, but I haven't really ran into that problem a whole lot lately. And I do want to express, since it's the thankful tag, I do want to express to you all how very thankful I am to all of you and your well wishes and your prayers and your warm thoughts and all of that for my daughter and her, you know, crazy little adventure that she just had with her medical stuff. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. I try not to, I don't know, I have this weird thing about if I get too personal on YouTube, people use it against me, or I don't know, sometimes I just worry about that, but you guys have really shown me that that's not really something I need to worry about, so I'm also thankful to you guys for that. And I kind of want to look at these as I'm going through, because I know this isn't their normal way of bagging up drills, so I don't want to be too hard on them, but I also do need to kind of know if I'm getting decent drills and if I need to let them know. I mean, it always seems like the 310s are so full of garbage, and you can kind of already see that. I'm seeing a lot of it already. Not seeing a lot of static yet though, so that's good. So when I do this, what I'll do is I will take the best looking one and I'll cut that off. And since we have so many to choose from, I'll just give it time. Now these each have 5, and I already see a stowaway in there. And I do try to pick those out as I go along if I come across them. And I do fully understand that a lot of people are going to have their own way of cutting these bags and putting them into their containers. And while I appreciate everybody's way of doing things different, this is what works for me after much trial and error. So I guess I'm not essentially looking for tips or ways to change what I'm doing. I do have OCD, and sometimes changing what I do doesn't always go over well. So this is more just as something to, I don't know, but I'm already going to be able to tell that this isn't going to want to cut 2 at a time. I mean, I could certainly try, but I just think I'm going to be better off cutting them 1 at a time, since these are equivalent to 5 bags. And they're not seeming staticky. I am seeing a lot of garbage in here though. Ugh, I hate that. And I do have like a different container that I typically use for stowaways. And I think I have it. Hold on, let me grab it. And I didn't want to dig for my container right now, so we'll use a tray. And that'll be for ones that are obvious. I'm not going to like dig through there and, seek them out. But, and then I do have the other 3 bags, or 3 colors that have a lot in them, that I wasn't sure if they'd fit in one of the smaller ones. So those are not ready, and that's why these labels are here. So I'm hoping that this video isn't as long as the other 2. So that's why I did a lot of this stuff ahead of time. Because who wants to sit and watch me put this stuff in for an hour and a half? Oh, come on. Seems like it's the same color. And sometimes when I'm doing this, I'll pull out big things of garbage. Oh my god, there's a lot of these in there. And I don't know if I finished my thought. If I did, you're going to hear it again. About, I know I seen a brown one. Well, this isn't, I don't think that this is the way that they're going to be bagging up drills. Like, I think this is some of their old inventory, and they're trying to push a lot of that old inventory out for their, current inventory, in the way that they are going to be. I have a hunch, and there's a round, that this is partially their reasoning behind selecting this painting. Could be wrong, and I don't really mind either way if that is their reasoning for sending this painting, because I still think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I still 100% love this painting, and I appreciate them sending this to me one way or the other, no matter what their reasoning for it was. I mean, maybe they wanted to see what it looked like complete themselves. Oh my goodness, this one looks painted. It's got a round attached to it. I don't typically dig through either, just to look for strays. If I see them, or if I know there's one in a particular bag, I'll pull that out too. But this is so awesome to be able to put all of these bags in here. And this is the one with the absolute most colors, and I actually kind of forgot already how many were in here. Oops, I see a blue. I see 2 blues. Maybe I'll count really quick so we know exactly how many bags I got to fit in this one. I don't think it ends up being 73, but Yeah, we'll see. It's kind of a unique blue color that I'm pulling out of there, though. I don't think I've seen it. It kind of looks like a muted navy blue. So, oh, you see that? Look at that. That's the one thing about being bagged this way. See, I'll show you. Oh, I guess it's not as dramatic as I thought. Is that I kind of, you know, if garbage like that goes against, like, the count, like, if the machines that do these read them as, you know, like a drill, I don't really know how the machines work. I'm guessing at the way I think they work, just based on my time in working on machines. And knowing that they use sensors and stuff, that it would make sense that they did. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to... I'm trying to see if I can pinch them and do two. But I don't really want to make a mess and spill drills all over. Not when we're trying to be timely. So now, typically with the smaller ones, I can't put the cover on and then put the cutout number on there. So I'll try to... ooh, come on. I'll try to do it. I'll open up like one bag and then I'll try to do it. Oh, there is a lot that don't belong. Oh my god. Gross. I hope this isn't the method that they're planning on continuing to use, because gross, and I can, you know, like I said, I don't typically go for the garbage, but if I see something that's obvious, I'm going to take it out. It just saves me time later. God, I can't believe how many blacks are in this picture. It doesn't seem like it would have that many when you're looking at it. Which, I should insert a picture here for those that haven't seen the other two videos, so let's do that quick. There we go. And it doesn't hurt to kind of have a good peek at it anyway, because otherwise you really only get to look at it with my thumbnail. In my last video, the last, like, part 2, I paused so much in my talking, and I edited so much silence out of that video. Oh my god, I just heard it. Out. That was very Canadian of me. Ooh, I see one before I even pour it. I'm just going to grab it so that I don't have to try to dig it out. Because obviously the more you get in there, the harder it is. So now this would have probably taken up about 3 containers otherwise. Even though these are 2 ounces and these are 5.5. You don't want to go all the way to the top with them, because if they do happen to be staticky, they're going to be like those Mexican jumping beans. Oopsie, we don't want you in there. And I didn't really think about a, ooh, I see some leftovers over here. Maybe they were in a bag and I didn't take them out. I don't even remember what I was about to say, so never mind. Just ignore that statement. Of whatever it is I was going to say. Oh my gosh. Oh, of course. Oh, I think I was going to say that when they're this full, they're harder to dig things out of. There's a lot more room for them to kind of fall. And I have tons of leftovers. And like these colors that are extra, I don't throw them away. I have a jar for them. So I'm not really worried about, I think maybe that's what I was saying, I'm not worried about running out. Because I have more 310 leftovers in both square and round than I will ever know what to do with. Oh, I see it. There's a lot of ones that don't belong in here. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me when I see that, though. I kind of like that. I don't know why. Because it's like a bonus for me. Ooh, I can't get Well, it would help if the tweezers, both sides of the tweezers were in there. Alright, so that's the 310s. I'm just making sure there's nothing obvious on top and I kind of see a garbage. It was a concave one. So, now I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but if they are bigger, most likely you're always I'm gonna make sure that's visible. Most likely they're always gonna have this 5 somewhere on them. Not always. I've gotten them where it hasn't been on there before, but so I usually will just do that, and then I won't cut through both layers. I don't know if I'm on camera. Okay, I am. I should maybe make an X on my table so I know when I'm in screen and when I'm not. So then I just take the tape, stick that bad boy right on there. Oops, put the cover on. And like these big ones, it's quite different. So I'm not really sure where I want to put this because it's going to blend right in, but I'll put it off to this side. So I'm going to put the labels. You're not going to be able to see it very well, but putting it onto this side of the label. Okay. So once this guy is empty, this is where I'll start putting them. For now, I'll just put them off to the side up here. And so let's see, we had 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 74 bags. So that's the exact number, I think, of the ones that I said that I had already put in there, but there's still, like, my fingernail goes to there, so I probably would maybe only put in a max of probably 75 or 76, just to be on the safe side. I'm going to try to get rid of this garbage. I didn't think that's what I was going to say. I didn't think that part through of where I was going to put garbage. But I won't have to do that every time because most of these bags don't have that many. Now we're going to do, so I tried to put them in order so that they're together. And I have my canvas sitting right next to me off camera right over here so that I can peek at that, and it's already wanting to fall. Let me adjust. Because you never want to be too careful. You can never be too careful. So even when I'm working on these, if I don't put this part on, I'll always put these on. Just to save time, it's faster for me to put them all in the lids and then go. And it actually was a little bit faster to make sure this part of the label was on first. So, and then when I put them in my little bucket here, I tried to stack them in order just to kind of save time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab all of the 300s out and have so that the 300s are ready. So 321, and then I just glanced to make sure that that's indeed the label, and it is. And now these ones, I know I can cut more than one at a time, so it will go a lot faster. I can cut 5 at a time. I don't like cutting 5 at a time, but I will if I have to. And then all I do is I just accordion them. That's a weird statement to try to say. Shake them so they're all down. And then I know I said I will usually only cut one and then dump them in, but I forgot. I remember that as I was cutting them. So the nice thing about this is you guys are going to be able to get a first-hand look at what the colors look like and watch me spill. Jeez. Alright, we'll clean that up in a second. Don't worry. Don't you worry your pretty little heads, my little friends. I can't believe I did that. After just said something. Oh, but at least I can pick up this piece of garbage and it doesn't need to go in. Alright. Oh, I see some. Alright, I'm going to scrape them. No harm, no foul. So, what I'm about to do next is going to give somebody a heart attack, I can be sure. But I've done it this way for a long time. There's nothing really on my table that's going to get in the way. So I'm not too terribly worried. Alright, so I think we should start the tag so that I actually have something to talk about, because right now I'm just kind of rambling and I don't know that it's very entertaining. There's the only thing I don't like about doing that. I don't even know if you can see it. Let me see in the camera. Yeah, you can see my fingerprints through it. It doesn't always translate onto the container. And like this one that I cut off was super wrinkly. But once I put it on the tape, it straightens itself out. So this is what I'm talking about. This might give some people a heart attack, but I'm not completely tipping it, so I'm not too worried. See? Well, I'll show you after. Let's not tempt fates too much. I've already spilled it once. Hold on. Oh, I thought my cats were about to get into a fight right at my feet, and I was going to flip out. Okay, so let's do these last 3, and then we'll start the tag. I might even start it on a fresh clip. And usually when I do this too, I will always make sure that I've gotten everything out of the bags. A little story before we start the tag is the unboxing I did is for my daughter. It was the first diamond painting she picked out, and she wanted to get started on it right away. I didn't really have containers, so I used whatever hodgepodge leftover mix I had of these. And oh my gosh, the diamonds I picked up, it was so funny because she didn't know what to expect when doing something like this. It was cute to watch her set up her own diamond paintings. So, another one bites the dust. And this guy only has 1, so we'll do this, then I'll start a new clip, because there's no point in putting it off. Gosh, I really hope I'm staying in frame for this, because that would really suck, because you guys would just be watching part of it and listening to my very tired voice. My throat has been very sore lately from doing all these videos. Make sure I take drinks off camera so that I stay hydrated and stuff, and try to relieve my throat of all the soreness, because it does get so sore. See, my fingers, maybe they're really oily, so maybe when I switch clips I'll go wash them, because there's a lot more finger oils on there than normal. So yeah, that's essentially how they turn out. I don't know if I've been showing them to you. So why don't I switch clips, go wash my hands, because there's all kinds of marker on them anyway, get the finger oils off, and then we'll start the tag. Alright, the hands are all clean, so the oil should be gone. I pulled out, since there's only 2 4s, or 1 4, 2 5, I pulled those out just to be done. I put a little X down to try to help me stay. I realize it's a little off center, but it's more of a guideline. And I don't know why, for some reason, I don't say like 400, 500, I say 4s and 5s. Now this one is a little off, so sometimes when they're down there, if I can't get them, I'll make a label like this one. But I think I can still retrieve the number from it. I don't know why I just did that. Okay, so the YouTuber So very thankful tag. And we will get started. I'm so glad that these haven't been static yet. I think, if I didn't say why I think so already, I think it's because it's not been as cold. It's been really warm, and there's a lot more humidity in the air, so I would think that would be more of a reason for them to be staticky, but I don't know, it's working for me. It's working in my favor. So, first question is really kind of a weird one, but it's also one that I can get on board with. Sorry, the cat's climbing all over things. And he's probably going to try to jump over here. Go on. No. Go. I had to get on. He's trying to climb all over my canvas and trying to use it as a way to get over here to see what I'm up to. So we had to chase him away. 413. So it says, name a color you are thankful for. And it might be a weird question for some, but I quite like this one. And it didn't really help with the finger oils to wash my hands, so whatever. We're just going to have oily tape. Good thing nobody really looks at them but me. So a color I am thankful for, and it's works quite well for me because it's the colors on my nails. More specifically, gray. Gray has always been like my favorite color because, I don't know, gray for me is comfort. I have a gray blanket. Well, I had a gray blanket. I had to buy it. I foolishly burnt a hole in it. And I went to go buy a new one. They didn't have any more gray ones. And you can hear my cat behind me going crazy because he needs to know what I'm doing. So we might have to chase him away if he tries to come over here. But anyway, when I went to go buy a replacement for it, they didn't have any more queens in that size, so I had to buy a stupid red one. But I love gray. It's, I don't know, it makes me feel comfortable, and it reminds me of comfort. And I've always been a big fan of it. I like using it as accent colors on things. I think it goes with so much. For me, it's like how black goes with a lot of things for some people. So, I think I can cut all of these at once. I'm going to try for the sake of time. And purple's always been my favorite color because it's my birthstone. I was born in February. So, I really always just loved purple. And I kind of wonder if I would still love it if it wasn't my birthstone. Who knows? Who could say? But when I did my beauty room, they're all kind of off. Not my beauty room, my little beauty area in my room that is done in 2 lighter shades of purple, like a lilac and a lavender. I don't know, I thought it would look really cool to have the 2 walls, you know, different colors, but like just a couple shades off. So I painted in that. My desk is various colors of purple and gray, and I took every drawer. I don't know why this desk spoke this way to me, but when I bought it, or when I saw it, I was just like, oh my gosh, every drawer needs to be a different color. So the main one is probably this color that we just put in here. Oh, I see a yellow. Very similar to this color. And then it's got different colors of lavender and gray. Like each drawer is a different shade. I really, really like it, but I didn't sand it down first, so things didn't really adhere very well. So there's a lot of 600s. Let me grab those out. At least the first stack of them. Maybe I could grab them all. Ooh, I was able to grab them all. And I got a glance to make sure. Okay. So yeah, I am thankful for gray and purple. What a weird thing to... That's okay. I like weird. So, the next one is something your spouse does that you are thankful for. And this is my opportunity to kind of brag about my husband a little. I've bragged about him a little bit in other videos, but now I get to dedicate a question to him. And I am always thankful for my husband. He's been amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better life partner, better husband, a better best friend. I mean, he is one of the most selfless people I have ever met. He really tries to make people happy and do things to make people's lives easier. He is incredibly intelligent, and don't tell him I said this, but he's really funny. He loves making people laugh. His jokes are sometimes a little hard to get. They can be a little dry and sarcastic, but sometimes I'll just be sitting there and minutes will have passed, and I'll finally, oh, okay, that he was joking. And sometimes people can take it wrong and think he's kind of being a jerk, and he's really not. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He doesn't think in that way. He doesn't think in a cruel way. And, you know, and besides that, he's an amazing father. My older two are from a different relationship, and you would never know that. He never has once treated them differently. He has always called them his kids or our kids. You know, he really thinks, you know, he takes really good care of them. It's never been a question in his mind. When we got together, it was a responsibility he knew he would have to take on, and he never questioned it, never, you know, I guess, I don't know, he's never had anything bad ever to say about my kids. He loves them all equally, and not too many guys can say that, including their father. So, he has been an amazing, amazing father. You couldn't ask for a better father. Him and my youngest, Talon, they're best friends. They do everything together, and just the amount of thought that he puts into like Christmases and birthdays and just ways to make things really special for everyone. It is truly amazing. And he will always, I hate this part, but he will always put himself last. I mean, right down to, like, if he needs, like, t-shirts or something, he will never get them unless every single person got their needs fulfilled. And so sometimes I get irritated with him for that, because it's good to think of yourself. You know, it's not selfish to take care of your own needs, because, you know, you have to be good to be able to take care of other people, and you know, he understands that, but he still has a hard time buying stuff for himself when he knows that we need stuff. So he's never not thinking of his family, and that is an amazing thing. Like I said, not too many people can be like that, and I've had times where I'm not even like that. So, I'm not saying he's not without faults, but I don't see many faults in him. He just, I could go on and on about my husband for a very long time, but from the moment I met him, I knew that was it. I knew that there was never going to be anybody else for me. I actually kind of fought it a little bit, because I knew that I had that, you know, feeling that this was it. So, Adam is absolutely one of those guys, you know, and I was at the point where I was done. I wasn't looking for any relationships. I didn't even want a relationship. I was just so done with all of it. And that's when he came into my life. So you always get what you need right when you need it. And that is exceptionally true for my husband. He came into my life right when I needed him. So the next question, it's very similar, but it's something your kids do that you're thankful for. And I'll try to be a little quicker on this one because I have 3 children, so I don't... they all do things that I'm exceptionally thankful for. They are really good kids, and I couldn't be more proud of each and every one of them. And I'm going to interrupt myself for a minute because something I've noticed in my last few packages that had this number is that they have this faint line underneath them. All of them. But not on any of them that have the 9s. Just this specific 606 light. For some reason I've gotten... Ooh, that one's a little staticky. This one is... I've gotten for some reason in my last... Oh my god, super staticky. They're jumping everywhere. In my last 3 canvases. So, it's crazy. Let's just stick that in there. So we'll start with Gavin, and I'll just try to think of an instance in which they made me really thankful. When we were on our camping trip, I'm typically the one that does, you know, all the setting up and getting things ready of tents and screen houses, and just making sure our trip starts out really good. And, you know, I'm getting older, as my uncles would say. I ain't no spring chicken. And so he was just running around and doing everything he could to make sure that, you know, I didn't have to do as much work and that I could relax right away and have a good start my trip out really well. And on top of that, the kids are all kind of getting older, and my daughter and my sister's daughters, you know, they're girls, so they all kind of wanted to have girl time every now and again, and he really wanted to, you know, make sure that he was trying to spend time with Talon, because, you know, he's 18, almost 19, Talon's 11, so the age difference is quite big, and I think he realized that, and he wanted to really find a way to spend some time with him, doing different things, and trying to, you know, make sure he felt included with the boys, since the girls were having their own time. And I just thought that was, you know, he had a friend out there with him too, so just for him to take that time to make sure that Talon felt included was really quite amazing. And then Haley, let's see, what has she done recently to make me thankful? Well, I think just this whole thing with her picking out a diamond painting, I honestly thought that I'd be doing it for her. And she just, like, immediately jumped right in and started working on it. And, I mean, she didn't even want to wait for me to get the containers. I didn't even have proper containers that I wanted for it. And good thing I filmed the unboxing before she just grabbed it. But, you know, it made me feel good because we don't have a lot in common right now, with her being 15 and I'm, you know, an old mom. You know, we're a lot alike in so many ways, so we butt heads quite a bit. And so for her to take an interest in what I'm doing and want to join me in it, I'm really thankful for that. It does mean a lot to me that she does that. And then with Talon, there's just so many things I'm thankful for with him too. He's such a good kid. He's just as polite can be. And he's just like his dad, you know, he thinks of people and he cares a lot about what other people are feeling, and he tries to help out so much. I mean, he does more to help out than his brother and sister do, as far as, like, if he wants something to eat or something, you know, he'll try to go get things ready for me so that to make it easy, especially, like, if he knows I'm busy. And, you know, he really takes an interest in what I'm doing, and I don't know, he's just such a thoughtful and sweet boy, and I just feel lucky that I was blessed with these 3 kids, honestly. I could not ask for more from my kids. They really make me complete. I'm just proud of every little thing they do and every accomplishment that they gain, and I could go on and on. I could do an entire huge video just on all the ways that I am thankful for them and how much I love and appreciate each and every one of them. Let me check to make sure we're not needing another clip. Okay, we're good. We're good. Good. Sometimes I can talk and talk, and I have to shut my alarms and tones off so that if I get a message, it's not interrupting and you guys won't hear it. Like the one time I got messages from Donnie, and then there's another time when I got messages from Wendy, and I could hear it in the video. I just laughed. I left it in because it was a nice little memory for me. Might not have even been noticeable to most people, but I like little things like that, little reminders of things like that. So the next question is a food I am thankful for. Well, I don't really think of foods in that way, I guess. I kind of have I've always had a love-hate relationship with food. When I was really young, teenage years, I was anorexic and then bulimic for many years, many years. And so I really had a love-hate relationship. Why on earth? Is that the right one? 677. Well, I'll be damned. That was a pale yellow along and not a gray. Just another example of how my lighting washed it out. Anyway, when I was younger, I was anorexic and bulimic, and I actually spent a lot of time in like a juvenile, I don't want to say like mental hospital, because that's not really what they're called anymore, but that's what we called them back then. Mental health ward, mental health unit, we'll say, because that's more PC these days. And then when I got over that, God, it was so hard for me to even gain weight. I was always like 98 pounds. It took me, even after 3 children, it still took a long time for me to gain weight. I would do, I guess I don't want to say it's a good problem to have, because unless you've been in that situation, you can't really understand it. It's so hard on your body. I mean, being that skinny, it hurts. It does. It hurts. And I can say that because now I am a little bit overweight. And we'll get into that in just a second. So I've lived on both ends of the spectrum. And I tell you, I'd rather be working on losing weight than trying to gain weight, because my body hurt a lot of the times. Because you don't have that cushion, you don't have the muscle mass. And your body gets weak easily because there's nothing to support your weak body. It's not easy. And now, because of my medication, I have a hard time losing weight. And until I'm done with this particular medication, I will always be in this situation. And it's hard. And so right now I have a really hard time with foods, and I don't really even get hungry, which is the weird part. And it's very reminiscent to the days of anorexia, because I just don't get hungry. I'm not actively trying to not eat. I just seen one of my numbers that had escaped from earlier. But I just don't get hungry. I have to almost force myself to make sure I eat at least one meal a day, because I know that that is not a healthy way to lose weight. And I do try. I haven't been as active as, in my ideal weight phases. But, almost lost it. But, I try to be conscious of it, and I would love to become more active. And some days I just feel defeated in it, because it's no matter what I do, I'm wouldn't say I'm gaining a ton of weight. I'm not even like super overweight. I just kind of look pregnant all the time, and I don't like it because I've never had to deal with it before. You know, I just worry about the day that somebody's gonna ask me how far along I am. Let's try to get rid of some of this garbage. And then, you know, I'll have to make them feel really bad by telling them, hey buddy, I'm not pregnant, I'm just fat. You know, I try to have a positive attitude about it so that I don't let it get me depressed, but it does depress me. It depresses me a lot because I don't know what else to do. You know, I've worked with my doctors and stuff, but they don't, you know, nothing that they have suggested has helped until I am done and no longer need this particular medication that I'm on. So that's just something I have to deal with, and it's something I have to learn to accept at some point. And so there's not really any food that I'm particularly thankful for because of my love-hate relationship with food. There's nothing right now. I have cravings and stuff, but I don't ever, like, really feel those cravings. So right now, food is winning the love-hate battle. Or, I guess it's not winning because I'm not loving it, so my anxiety and my distorted mental view is winning this battle and convincing me that food is bad. And I'm not trying to make it sound super unhealthy. It's because I do, like I said, try to make sure even if I'm not hungry, I try to make sure I eat because I don't want to fall into old habits, because it can be very easy, especially for somebody like me with an addictive personality. You know. And so I just do my best, you know, and my husband is well aware of my situation, so he's always, you know, trying to make sure that, you know, I'm eating. Some days I swear, if he didn't ask if I was hungry or if I wanted to eat something, or if I ate something, I probably wouldn't. And it would just be subconscious. I wouldn't even be actively trying to avoid food. That's just how messed up it is right now. And I should maybe start making post-it notes and, like, posting them on my computer that just says, you know, when I should be eating my 3 meals, or, you know, 3 times a day at least that I should be eating, so I can just, you know, take down the post-it note when I've actually accomplished that. Maybe I will start doing that. I'll keep you updated if I actually do that. If anybody actually even cares. So let's go on to number 5. Well, so much for me trying not to make this a very long video, because it's looking like it's going to be just about the same as the others. Right around, it's already over an hour, so yay for poor planning. We'll try to speed this up. I didn't think I was going too slow. Now imagine if we were trying to put everything else on these labels. All these other labels, and these are quite staticky too. Holy crap. I notice it's the colors that aren't very common, well, at least not for me, that seem to be the most staticky. Don't even want to come off. Come on now. Let's just get out to little... See, I had a whole bunch pre-cut from a different project. So I thought, well, let's just stick them in a baggie. They'll come in handy someday. So the next one is... Oh, this might be a good one. I'll have to think about it for a second, but what recent good news are you thankful for? And gosh, this is hard because I've gotten, you know, I talked about my good news already, and part of that is the reason for these last, oh my god, it's stuck in my nail, last 3 videos, and getting, you know, these this beautiful canvas is, you know, a thank you. I don't know if it's a thank you gift or if it's just, I don't know why. I still don't know why they sent this to me, but that's some good news. What else? Some recent good news. I've been getting offers from different companies to do paid reviews. I didn't take any of them up on it, but just the fact that I'm getting noticed by companies is incredible. One of them was this eyeglass company, and I didn't take them up on it because that's not my audience. To do I mean, it would have been nice because I'm in desperate need of some eyeglasses, but I didn't think that it was appropriate for my channel, considering I'm a crafting channel, and even more specifically that I'm doing diamond paintings. The only way I could really think to justify it is for those of you that use cheaters, but then at the same time, all it was a $5 off, and the glasses were kind of expensive. So as much like I have told you guys, I'm not going to do anything if I can't 100% get behind it. And even though, like I said, I could really use some new glasses, because my insurance is crap for eyeglasses. And I need glasses. I have to have them. I cannot survive without, I can't see without them. And it would have been nice to be able to get a free pair of eyeglasses in exchange for a review, but I couldn't justify it. You know, I couldn't just do a video. I just felt like you guys might think that I was selling out, and it would kind of feel like selling out to me. So I politely declined that offer. I got another offer from another company, but I won't go into details about that one because I'm still feeling it out to see if it's something that might be good for my channel. But just the fact that I'm getting noticed, and that this could possibly turn into an actual career. I think of it as a job now, but that it could possibly turn into a career is so exciting for me. Because I'd rather make money off of companies than trying to, I've never been a good salesperson, so, because I just can't tell people things that aren't necessarily true, and I can't just give a good review. I don't know how to really explain it, but I really have to believe in something to try to sell it. Oh, I wonder, $7.96. I wonder if these should all fit. These should all fit. I think I've done more than this in a bag before, or in a container before. So that's just, I just think it's good news in the sense that, you know, my dream is actually slightly successful. Ooh. Oh, hold on. Let's not cut anything open. I didn't finish the 780s. Okay then. And that, you know, it makes me feel good to get acknowledged, even if some of these opportunities aren't exactly right for me. Now, if a gel pen company or a fine liner company wanted to work with me, that would be something else, because obviously I make my own labels. I do a lot of like mandalas. I would love to do reviews on different markers or fine liners in exchange for some free fine liners or markers or gel pens. That would be really cool. And then I could test stuff like that out to see if it's worth using for stuff like, I don't know if anybody else uses stuff like that in their diamond painting. I know I sure do. But I'm not, you know, right now I do focus a lot on the diamond painting, but my channel, I created it with the intention always of branching out into other crafts at some point. And I feel like if I don't do that soon, that I might be cornered into the diamond painting, and I don't want to lose all of you guys if I, you know, start working on other crafts and it's not something that you're interested in, and then you just don't want to watch me anymore because I've really formed a bond with a lot of you guys. And, you know, and I'm not saying that that'll ever happen where I'm, yeah, that's too many, not doing the diamond painting. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I would really like to do some other crafts. And I feel like I should probably kind of integrate that a little bit soon. I think I will always have, as long as there's a demand for it, the diamond painting will always take center stage. Because it's how I built my audience, and I could never abandon what got me my wonderful community here and my wonderful subscribers. I could never abandon that. So please don't worry. This is just me kind of talking with you. Nothing is set in stone. And none of us know what the future will bring. If there's ever a demand for some kind of craft, if anybody were to ever ask me to do something, I would absolutely 100% honor that. I love trying out new things and experimenting with new crafts and new projects. I love it. Love, love, love it. And I'm actually going to do a video really soon showing you guys my other crafts, because I feel like what I do, I've done a lot of unique crafts that I don't see, like when I, hear other people talk about their other hobbies and stuff. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this kind of stuff. So I get excited because I feel like maybe I can introduce people to some new, fun, exciting things. So we'll see. We'll see. We don't know what the future's going to hold. And that was a very rambly, way off topic way of answering that question. So that was some recent good news. Let's go on. The next few are actually quite short, so that's good. And I'm really hoping that we can start getting through this stuff a little faster, because I don't want this to be forever. I don't want you guys to get bored of me. Please don't get bored of me. So the next question is, oh my gosh, name a drink you are thankful for. Well, without question, coffee. I couldn't live without my coffee. And I can drink coffee from sun up to sundown. I'll just start out with my regular old Folgers. Then I'll move into, right now we're really liking some Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And we'll make a pot of that after dinner, because it's a little bit stronger than Folgers and a lot more expensive. So you don't get near as much as you do with Folgers, of course. And then we'll have a little Dunkin' Donuts decaf in the evening. Make a half pot of that at night or something. So, coffee, hands down. I used to actually drink a lot of Red Bull, but my stomach can't handle that no more. I still love it, because I love things that are sour and tangy, and Red Bull is very tangy-ish. This one looks like somebody dropped their lunch in it. Looks like a bunch of crumbs in it. Great. Hopefully that'll stick to the bag. It is sticking to the bag. I'll show you guys. Look at all that trash in there. That's a dirty one, and oh my god. Holy. They just flew everywhere. That one needs this. I picked that up and they just went flying, and they still are from my finger. So let's put a dryer sheet in there before I touch it again. Holy crap. That was funny. So yeah, let's just move on. Because the next one is name a restaurant you're thankful for, I think, right? Name a restaurant you're thankful for. I'm not, again, love-hate relationship with food. There's not a restaurant I'm really thankful for right now. But I am craving, like, Olive Garden. I want, like, the never-ending pasta bowl. Breadsticks and salad, or, oh, I love pastas. Very much so. So I guess that would be a food I'm thankful for, is pasta. Going back to that one. But right now, garbage. That ain't gonna get me anywhere. Right now is not a good time to be. Oh my god, there's so much trash. Look at this bag. You see that? Look at all that crap in there. Right now is not a good time to be going and eating. There's a lot of birthdays coming up and Christmas and holidays, so extra spending is not really in the cards, or it shouldn't be in the cards right now. We shouldn't be doing any of that right now. We try not to. Name an animal you are thankful for. Well, isn't that kind of cheating when you already have animals to say? Well, I'm thankful for my animals. And besides my animals, I'm very thankful for the wolf population kind of growing again in the wolf sanctuaries that are protecting them. Because I think of them in my culture, very culturally. Oh my god, there's like bluish crap everywhere from that bag. Oh my god, that was really bad. I think of them, wolves, as my brothers and sisters in my culture, in a very cultural way. So, without explaining too much, let's move on. Oh, these are so bad. These are the worst out of all of them. There's so much garbage. They're so staticky. I'm now looking forward to using these ones. Ash! Sorry, the cat was scratching. Let's see if we can get rid of some of this real quick. Make some room. So yes, I'm very thankful for wolves and what they mean spiritually and culturally to me. I wanted to double check to make sure I haven't been doing a very good job of making sure that I actually have the right symbols on. So, what's the next one? The next two are really, really good ones. Name a beauty product you are thankful for. Well, I haven't really been able to wear much for makeup because of the heat, and it would just melt right off my face. But I am thankful for skincare and like facial cleansing wipes because of being menopausal. I sweat a lot, and it is absolutely miserable to be overweight, menopausal, and get a hot flash in 90-degree weather with humidity. It's horrid. Anybody else who's had to go through that, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. $42 colors. I guess I really underestimated how long this would take me. Thank God you're here with me to go through this with me. It's really nice having somebody to talk to while I'm working on this. And if we don't finish it, I'm not going to do a part 4. This is it. What we get done is what we get done. And anything that I need to do afterwards will be done off camera. Because you'll get the gist, you know, and I'll have accomplished everything I set out to accomplish with these videos. So now we're moving into the 800s. And I have a couple that if they don't necessarily fit in these containers, then I'll move them into the big ones, but those ones I'll have to put the labels on depending on if they fit or not. So we will have a couple extra steps with the very next two, I do believe. Yep. So let's get on to the next question, because there's not much more to say in the way of my beauty product stuff, because I'm not really using much for them. But the next one is name a cleaning product you're thankful for. And hands down, I am thankful for like Clorox wipes or Lysol wipes. I just love having some of them handy. I mean, like, I'm always like spilling coffee and stuff, and because I smoke, I like to keep my table clean from ashes and stuff, because my husband doesn't smoke, and none of my kids smoke. So I try to keep my little area that I smoke at clean, because nobody wants to like sit down at the table, and I smoke either at my desk outside, or I don't like, and there's always a fan that sucks it right out, so that hopefully the hope is that the smoke isn't going everywhere and infecting everyone that doesn't smoke. But when it's nice, I try to go outside. Oh, I forgot to put tape down on that one. These labels really suck because they will curl up if I don't put tape on them. I just don't understand why they make labels like that that can't just stick. I guess maybe they're not meant for these containers. But anyway, so Clorox wipes. Love, love, love the Clorox wipes. And I'm running out of space. I need to hurry up and empty out my container. So 820. Let's see if they'll... It's quite a big strip, so I'll try to do 5 of these at a time. See if they'll fit. But in general, I love cleaning products. There used to be a time in my life when I would actually ask for cleaning products for Christmas, or laundry baskets, or stuff like that. Anything for cleaning. I just loved having cleaning products, and I loved everything like top of the line cleaning product, or not top of the line, brand new cleaning products. And I used to be addicted to like couponing sites, and a lot of times they'd like send you free cleaning supplies or coupons for free cleaning supplies. Oh, I loved those sites so much. They were... I had a lot of free products for a long time. I never had to buy any. Let's try doing 6 at a time. So, you know, it's weird because some of these bags feel different from each other. Like, these ones feel very... The plastic feels different. It's interesting. No. See, that's the only thing is if I do too many in, I always seem to miss one bag. Get out, get out. And it's that time again where my cats think it's playtime. I think they'll all fit in here. There's more of the next one though. So, but if these fit, we'll see how many will fit in this. And that will determine if I need to use one of my 5.5 ounce ones. It's amazing how many you can fit in the 2 ounce ones. I think they're actually 2.2. And I was going to do that little video on weighing my drills from Huracan, but I saw in Gwenny's Huracan unboxing that she already did that, so there goes that video idea. Thanks, Gwenny. I don't even think she knew I was going to do that, so it's not like she stole the idea. I wouldn't think that even if she did hear it in my video that I was going to do it. I think she recorded her video before mine came out. So I don't think that. But there's no need to have multiple people do that. You can go watch her Huracan unboxing if you want to see that. I mean, unless you want me to do it, I will still do it if you still want me to. I thought it would be fun to do a video on that. One of my favorite beauty channels, The Makeup Breakup, does just that exact thing with beauty products, where they tear them down and weigh them to make sure that they weigh what they're supposed to. And that was kind of my inspiration for doing the who can, but I don't know. If you guys want me to do that, I'll still do it. I think it would still be fun to see if, you know, because she did it a little different than I was going to do it anyway. I literally want to figure out the weights on them and then compare to their weights to see if they're accurate. Anyway, I'm very off topic. Let's get back. So, this one goes without saying. What is your favorite social media platform? And it's definitely YouTube. I don't know if it's really considered social media, but it would be my favorite. I am always on YouTube. Even before I became a YouTuber, I was always on YouTube. But I guess if I had to choose one of the other ones, it would probably be Instagram. I freaking hate Facebook. I don't know. I used to be on Facebook all the time, and I don't like it. It's not really, I don't know. It seems like it's a place for people to either brag about things, like, not really brag, but try to only show the best parts of their life, or only show the bad parts of their life. It's not like you just get genuine, like, updates a lot of times. And I mean, and that doesn't go for everybody. It just seemed like it was becoming either very show-offy or very negative. And I don't know, it stopped being a place to catch up with old friends, and I don't know. So let's just get these put on, because I can already tell it's gonna be enough for this one. The only one I'm not sure about is 939. So I think it would have to be Instagram, because I do like the concept of Instagram, and I do try so hard. I've had 2 different Instagram accounts, and I start out with a bang. I'm doing great, and even my last Instagram account started getting a good following. I was getting follows from makeup companies, and after a while it just got, I don't know, I just get lazy, and I don't want to follow up anymore, and I don't want to keep up with it. I don't want to put the effort in over and over. And I did actually start an Instagram for abstract crafter. I don't know if I went private or public with it yet, and I certainly haven't done anything for it, because it's enough for me to keep up with YouTube right now, and I'd rather not add that stress to my life if I don't have to. And not the stress of it, of having followers or anything like that. But I want to talk to all of you guys, and I want to, chat with you and respond to your comments. And I just feel like if I get an Instagram right now, I'm going to spend more time responding to everything else and not focusing on my channel enough. And right now my channel is the main priority, so maybe if I ever get to a point where I can have somebody take over my Instagram for me and kind of moderate it, I might do that, but I am not there yet. It's getting late. It's 2 a.m. in my town. I need sleep. I have to get up early. Not that I sleep much these days anyway. 4 hours, 5 hours, I'm usually good. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. So, I think I've answered the social media question well enough. I ended up having to start a new clip because I was very close on time. I was very close to getting cut off. And that's another 798 keeps popping out, or from when it went crazy on me. Maybe it was 797. Whichever one went crazy on me. I'm finding it everywhere. This one was just messy because I was messy. I was sloppy. Get those put back in there. There's only a couple questions left anyway. And when they're done, we're done. Even if I don't finish, I can finish this, like I said, off camera. Then at the very end of this video, I'm going to add a poll. Oh, I want a random 310. About which canvas you guys want to see the next drill with me. If you want to see this one, my wedding custom. That's the one you guys end up choosing, though. Ooh. Wow, I can't believe I missed that bag. We'll have to wait. I'm still waiting on my containers to come in from Etsy. Kind of useless without them. Wonder how normal people do it. You know, the non-YouTubers or people who don't watch YouTube videos for diamond painting. I wonder how they do it. Do they just like cut open a bag at a time and work out of a tray? Because I think that's probably how my daughter would have done it had I not made her let me at least get them into containers. They didn't even have proper labels on them. I had to make her cut the numbers out to at least do that, to know where they went. If I wouldn't have made her put them in containers, she probably wouldn't have waited. Ooh, look at that ugly color. It's like one of my least favorite colors. I'm just getting like trash from these bags everywhere. What a mess. That's going to be fun to clean up. Yeah. I really hope that's really static. I really hope this isn't the way, I've said it a couple times now, but I really hope this isn't the way that they plan on continuing to do their bags. I hope it's like it was from Red Bottom. Ugh. I thought I preferred this way, which I do for some instances, but I'm thinking this might have been some inherited inventory. Just, you know, because I know that they're making all these changes and stuff, so I hope this is one. I mean, I don't know though, they're still really vibrant, so who knows. I know that they're still, you know, making a lot of changes over there, so sometimes you'll, you know, if it's older inventory, you're gonna get stuff like this. Newer inventory is gonna have the nice bagied diamonds. And, you know, I guess if a company has proven to be trustworthy, I don't mind the baggies, and we'll see with Who It Can. You know, so far I haven't completed a Who It Can one to know 100% if, you know, their baggies are if they're gonna turn out okay. So I can't really say much on that. I don't know. It's late and I'm rambly. Let's just do, there's 2 more questions. No, there's 4 more questions. So, oh, Jesus. I blanked out. I was staring at it. Tell us why you are thankful for the last person who texted you. Well, the last person to text me was one of my dear friends. Her name is Kayla. And I don't get to spend a whole lot of time with her. It seems lately, you know, lives get busy. Responsibilities. You know, we used to have so much fun together. And she has really been there through everything. So many important things in life, and it seems like no matter how much time has passed, we can just pick up like it was nothing. You know, we've had the worst of fights, and we've had the best of times together. So, you know, when you can go through that much stuff with a person and you're both still surviving. I think that says a lot, you know. I can't think of going through any major life event without her at my side. I really, really, you know, appreciate her. And we actually started out not being friends. We really hated each other. Oh boy, did we hate each other. And I don't even know why. I honestly have no idea why. She, yeah, I have no idea why. I've known her since middle school, and she's probably one of the few friends remaining from that time in my life that are still around. I mean, there might be a couple more, but not really. Not really, not like her. You know, it's just... There's just some people that you have in your life that you can never imagine not being there, and she's one of them. Friends have come and gone in my life. A reason, a season, or a lifetime. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying, but if you haven't, it's, you know, it's about friendships, and it says sometimes people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And she is definitely a lifetime friend. And sometimes it's for, you know, we reconnect for a reason. Sometimes we hang out for a season. You know, we have it all. And she is really a great, great person. Well, I don't really have many people in my life that aren't great. You know, who does? Alright, 900s. We're getting there. We won't finish. I will. You won't. Let's move that guy out of the way. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody has at least one friend like that, I would hope. And if not, I'll be that friend. Like, seriously. I love being friends. I don't know how to really say that. I like having friends. I don't hang out with a lot of people these days, but I love having friends. I've always been a social butterfly. So if you ever need somebody, you can always message me and go back and find my friend link in my homegrown series, or put it in the comments that you would like to connect with me on there, and I'll be more than happy to share that with you. You know, I will be there for anybody, to talk to anybody about anything. I hope that didn't sound desperate. Because I realized how needy that may have just sounded. But that's not at all the way I meant it. It just means everybody needs somebody sometimes, and I like being there for people when I can, doing what I can for people. Oh crap. Oh, I thought I stuck it. Messed up, but I didn't. And you know, and I really believe everybody should have somebody, and if you don't, then reach out. Please reach out. Because, like I said, you know, if you don't have that somebody in your life, like, that you can, you know, go to with anything, and you just need somebody to listen sometimes. I love that. You know, I love being there for people. I love just being an ear. I don't know what it is that I've always just enjoyed that. Maybe I should have went into some kind of profession in where I could have been more helpful to people. Because I'm not a judgy person. And we're going off on a tangent. So let's stop that right now. You get my drift. So, let's see. Name a candy you are thankful for. Sour Patch Kids. I love me some Sour Patch Kids. I could eat them all day long. I just like sour things in general, like lemons. Yum. Last stack, at least. So that means there's 12 more colors left. Like I said, I don't know that we'll get through them. We'll try. Oops, 939. This was one that I wasn't sure would fit in one. So we'll try. We'll see if it'll fit. You go off to the side. And I won't put anything on this container until I'm sure these will fit. These are just the only ones that the last ones I wasn't sure if I could get them all in one of the smaller containers. $9.39. Jeez, I got all of the. I got the 310s, the 939s, the 823s, and the 8. What was the other one? 820s. And I guess 820 isn't that much of a, but yeah, I got all the 3, we'll say, the 939s. The 823s and the 310s. So I guess there is a lot more darkness to this picture than I thought. Alright, so number 14 and 15. Name an app on your phone that you're thankful for. Well, there's actually a couple that I like a lot. For different reasons. There's like a couple. I can't even think of the names of them because they don't have names on them. But I can tell you what they do. They're like meditation type apps or calm and relaxing apps that help when you're having anxiety. I like. Oh. You know, sometimes they just come in handy. I don't use them as much as I used to, which I'm actually thankful for. But I'd like to keep them on my phone just in case. But they are some of my favorite apps because of what they have done for me in the past as far as, you know, helping me out of a tough situation. I wish I could remember what they were called. They're just meditation apps. I like my tracking apps, like my USPS app, my 17 track app. I don't know why I need 2 of them, but I do. I like having both. And my favorite game is Love Nikki Dress Up Queen. It's the stupidest game, but it's so addicting and so fun. And then, of course, my YouTube stuff. But those are some of my favorite apps. I like having them on my phone. But I'm not really a big hoarder of apps, though, at all. Like, I could take them or leave them. I'm not addicted to any specific app. Even my calming meditation apps, I could take them or leave them. I don't. These are really messy. I'm starting to get a lot more staticky ones now. I kind of noticed that, though. I don't know if it's just the amount of like other static inducing things that are just creating more and more static, or if they're just specific types of drills that build up more static. I can tell by the bags when they're going to be they all seem to fit, so at least I didn't need another big one. That's great. So the last question: what are you looking forward to that you are thankful for? Let's see. I guess. Oh God, I thought I tried to think a little bit about each of these questions when I found this tag, but I guess I didn't remember that one. see. Oops, I need one of these numbers. What am I looking forward to that I am thankful for? Geez. Well, I guess my husband's gonna be graduating soon, and we've been talking about moving. I've lived in this town most of my life, but it's not really a great town, if you remember from my last Q&A, so that's something I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm also kind of looking forward to the holiday season coming up. I love Halloween, Thanksgiving. Christmas is okay. It's not my favorite. It's my husband's favorite, so I try to not be a brat about it. But when you worked retail, I worked retail for many years, and it just kind of ruined it for me. All the commercialization of it and the true meaning of Christmas has been lost. I mean, you can't even really say Merry Christmas anymore without somebody just jumping down your throat. And I'm not religious at all, but I still celebrate Christmas. I don't think it, I think if it means something to your family, it doesn't necessarily have to be religious, but I respect the religious aspect of it. But, like I said, you can't really say anything about that anymore without completely getting crucified, it seems. So I'll have to watch that and make sure, And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying Happy Holidays, but I just think that I wish I could say Merry Christmas without people getting in an uproar. You want to say Happy Holidays and I don't throw a fit. Because I think to each their own, really. But, like I said, that seems to be kind of lost. And that's really just too bad. And it's too bad that, having worked retail really just ruined it. Because I used to love it quite a bit too. And I do still love it for certain things. Like, it's the day I met my husband. So, I love it for that. I love seeing the joy on my kids' faces when they get that special present that they've wanted. I love gift giving. I'm not so good at getting gifts, or asking for gifts, but oh my god, look at that's pretty. Staticky, but pretty. But I love giving gifts. I like coming up with the perfect gift for people and getting them just what they wanted, and being a crafty person comes in handy when when you've had those tough times and you just can't have a lot of money to spend on gifts. People love crafts. Most people. And a lot of people like homemade stuff. At least I think they do. And I think people appreciate that kind of thing. And, I know I do. I love a homemade gift. I actually kind of want to make candles for Christmas one year. Just because I think it would be a neat thing to get as a little homemade candle. I think it would be neat, so I think other people would think it would be neat to get one. I don't know how true that actually is, but, I don't know. I'm tired and I'm going off on tangents left and right now. So, I'm out of questions. I've only got a few of these left to do. So I think I will finish these on my own. I don't want to do another clip because that'll make this way too long of a video. But I thank you for, watching. If you've watched all 3, I applaud you. I hope I was able to entertain you. And let me know in the poll what you want to see me work on for my next drill with me. Because I have, 2 bigger projects and a few smaller projects. So I'll put a couple choices in there. Be colorful roses, my wedding, or tell me stories. And whatever you guys decide is what I will do. Right now I'm working on the one that you'll see in the unboxing with my daughter. That doesn't mean I can't do my own. So, alright guys. Have an awesome day. Have fun diamond painting. I love you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.